welcome back to my Out of the Park 19 Let's Play with the Kansas City Royals. It is opening day on 2020, so we are about to start our third season through this rebuilding process, and I think this is the year we're going to start to see some really encouraging signs. We played fairly well down the stretch last year, but finally you have a lineup that I kind of start to feel good about. So we've overhauled our pitching through a lot of moves we made last year and throughout the offseason. So Carlos Martinez is going to be number one in our rotation. Just really solid pitcher overall. Good stuff. Solid, just decent movement and control, but he has a really good arsenal of pitches here. Really good fastball, a really good slider, and then his sinker and changeup are effective as well. So he's my ace. Trevor Oaks, just ground ball pitcher, control. So he's pretty reliant on just keeping the ball down in the zone and letting the defense behind him do all the work and inducing a bunch of ground balls. Last year had a 4.75 ERA, so he's nothing special. I should probably move him down the order. Jake Junis, he was okay last year as well, 4.45 ERA. But last year Jake Junis was my number one, so he's no longer that anyway. Yadier Alvarez, we picked him up from the Dodgers, so just a solid pitcher all around. And then lastly we have Foster Griffin, who has a killer changeup and just decent ratings everywhere else. Got quite a bit of time last year and he was okay, so still not a great rotation, but we do have some guys in the bullpen that might make their way into the rotation. So Dakota Chalmers, I'm expecting him to do well. He's got some control issues, but if he can sort of work around that, he can be a good pitcher. And then 2K Toussaint is the other guy, just really nasty stuff. He can get a lot of strikeouts, but his control is definitely a concern. So like guys like Martinez and Alvarez, they're sort of like sure things in the rotation, but sort of everyone else like Oaks, Junis, and Griffin, if they start to play poorly, I'm gonna throw Chalmers and Toussaint up there. So we have some guys to compete with each other. I really like the bullpen, actually. So Cody Carroll was my closer last year. He's been replaced by Richard Lovelady, but he's still a really effective bullpen arm. We got Aikman for this season. He's really solid. And here's Richard Lovelady. He's really starting to come into his own as well. So really good bullpen. So if we can get leads, I think we can have decent success holding on to them. So just going through the lineup here, Nicky Lopez will be leading off for us. He hit over 300 last year, stole a bunch of bases, just really effective leadoff guy. Then we have Billy McKinney playing right field. Our right field is sort of weak. That's sort of where we need to look to improve, but he was okay last season. OPS plus of 99, so just a slightly below average hitter. And Victor Caratini will be in the third slot. He had a really good rookie year, sort of came back to earth a little bit last season, but was still effective. Fourth, we have our big free agency addition, Anthony Rendon. He will be in the cleanup spot, so we expect some big things from him. Samir Duenas will be batting fifth in the DH slot, although I need to switch him and Caratini because he's a better defender. But he's just really solid all around as well. Gigliotti will be batting sixth. He's another speed demon on base, just good defensive outfielder, and he stole 58 bases last season. So once he's on base, he can make a lot of things happen. Jackie Bradley Jr. is our center fielder. He the new addition. Just he's okay at the plate, but a really good defender. So Alberto Mondesi, our shortstop, he had a really bad rookie season, or I guess not his rookie season, but had a really bad 2018. 2019 improved a little bit, so hopefully he can continue that upward trajectory. Another guy, just really good base runner, and decent defender. So not, he's not the. I was hoping he'd be a little better defensively, but he's still adequate. And then lastly, we have Danny Jansen, our catcher. We have a couple catchers we're going to try to rotate through and get experience, but he played well last season. Gave us 2.4 wins above replacement with only 350 plate appearances. So he was effective. So we're going to roll with him. And yeah, so we also have some guys down in Omaha to just kind of keep an eye out on. So Albert Abreu, we got him from the Yankees. I couldn't figure out who to replace in my pitching staff, so I'm just going to leave him down in Omaha for now, and whoever struggles will be replaced by Abreu, because I imagine he's going to pitch quite well in AAA. And then Pavin Smith looks really good, another guy who can just constantly put the ball in play. Would like to figure out how to get him up into the starting lineup, which means I'm probably going to have to trade either Victor Caratini or Samir Duenas. So that's going to be something we're going to look into sort of early in the season, especially if Pavin Smith starts the year off really well. And then Sully Matias, we have him up in Double-A. Didn't have a great season in Wilmington last year, but we're going to give him a shot here to move up. So maybe we'll get some outfield help soon for Matias if he develops. And then Joey Wentz, another player to watch. Got him from Atlanta. Has the potential to have 3 really good pitches and some good stuff and good control. So 22 years old. He's in Double-A. So our current pitching rotation isn't the best, not where it needs to be, but we have some guys in the minors that can come up, hopefully, and be productive. So anyway, we're going to just jump in here and play opening day against the Oakland A's. And I wonder what happened to Salvador Perez. Wellington Castillo is now the Oakland A's catcher, so we'll have to look up Perez and see where he went after the game. So here we go, Nicky Lopez leading it off for 2020 opening day for us, and that will be a line drive right to the second baseman. And Billy McKinney, that's a good hit to the gap. So that's a 1-out double for Billy McKinney. Good way to start the year for him. And now Victor Caratini, RBI opportunity. And he will convert. So just like that, we are up 1-0. I think. Yep, he's safe. That was close though. But yeah, up 1-0 here. Good start. Anthony Rendon now in the batter's box. And the line keeps moving. That's a hit for Rendon. Do I want to signal Caratini to round second? The ball is very shallow. He's an average runner, and Dustin Fowler has a great arm, so no, I'm not going to do that. All right, Duenas, 2 on with only 1 out. And that is a double play. I thought maybe he could hustle to just avoid it, but unfortunately, the A's get out of that inning without too much damage. So now Carlos Martinez, our newly acquired pitcher, will walk his first batter. couldn't quite get the double play there as Andrew McCutcheon will reach first. So Matt Olson, we're going to pitch at him. And we get the out there. So 1 on, 2 outs here for Matt Chapman. We're going to pitch at him here. And that should do it for the bottom of the first. So Michael Gigliotti leads off the second inning. He grounds out. So we're getting good contact here. Jackie Bradley Jr. up. Hitting the ball hard. Just good defense by the Athletics so far. And Mondesi gets a little too far underneath that one. And that'll do it for us in the second. Dustin Fowler able to get on base here. He is a threat to steal, so we're going to have to hold the runner. And that's another hit right up the middle, so we're going to have runners on the corners here with nobody out. So can Carlos Martinez get himself out of this jam? He'll get a strikeout here. Pitching to Castillo. Gets another strikeout. So now the number 9 hitter, Chad Pinder. And that will do it. So Martinez able to get himself out of a tough spot. And Danny Jansen at the plate. That's a high fly ball to left field. That'll be easily dealt with by Duvall. And back to the top of the order. It's Nicky Lopez grounds out. So here's McKinney, who started the rally in the first inning, and he will strike out. High fly ball should be out number 1. And Andrew McCutcheon, that's a well-hit ball to center field, and that's going to drop. Gigliotti does cut it off, and so that will only be a double. And Matt Olson at the plate. And he will get hit by pitch. It's Carlos Martinez having some struggles here. But we'll get the second out of the inning. So 2 on, 2 out for Dustin Fowler. And that'll do it for the inning. So the A's have been getting some base runners, but been able to get out of these innings without any damage. So Caratini takes the plate, and he will get hit by a pitch to Anthony Rendon. Opportunity here for him, and that's a well-hit ball right to shallow center field. And let's see, Samir Duenas now, 2 on, no outs. And is that going to come down? It will. So a nice bloop single by Duenas. And now the bases are loaded. No outs for Michael Gigliotti. Let's take some pitches here. So Gigliotti, that's right up the middle. So that's going to bring home at least 1. And Rendon will stay at third. So Jackie Bradley Jr. has the bases loaded with no away. And that's a base hit, so the line keeps moving. And that's an error. So that's going to allow an extra run to score. So just building it. We've built our lineup around a bunch of guys that can run fast and can get on base. And so far today, it's been working quite well for us. So Mondesi at the plate now. And that will be 1 out, so couldn't quite hit that well enough for Gigliotti to come home, and now Danny Jansen will have an opportunity. And that will drop in for a base hit, and that'll bring home another run. So back to the top of the order, Nicky Lopez. Runners at the corners with 1 out. And Nicky Lopez is going to get an RBI. And that's actually going to score 2 runs here. So a 2 RBI double for Nicky Lopez and a 6-run inning in the 4th for us here, and we only have 1 out. So Billy McKinney will take ball 4. So Kendall Graveman's struggles continue. Caratini has an opportunity here to keep this inning going. And he'll get hit by a pitch again. And it was bad enough to where he is hurt. So now I need somebody to play first base. Duenas can play first, but he's the DH, so I can't move him out of that spot. Do I have anybody who has first base experience here? It appears that I do not. Oh, there we go. Rangel Ravello, he can play first, so I'm going to go ahead and slot him in there. So Victor Caratini, tough day for him. Bruised foot, so he'll be out for the next 4 days as he's been hit by 2 pitches today. So Rendon up once again here in the 4th inning, and he'll have an opportunity with the bases loaded. And he strikes out. So now 2 outs for Duenas. And that is ripped, but the second baseman able to get there. But that's still a really productive inning for us, as Martinez able to get an out here. Inducing a lot of ground balls, but our defense has been up to the task thus far, as we'll allow a 2-out single here. It's not what I meant to do. I'm not afraid of Wellington Castillo trying to steal. And Martinez will get strike 3 called there. So Gigliotti up here in the top of the 5th. And Gigliotti will take ball 4. So Wellington Castillo has a decent arm. Lucas Sims is just sort of average at holding the runners. So I think we're going to try to steal a base here. And Gigliotti thinks twice about that one. So we'll just have Jackie Bradley Jr. swing away. And that will drop the well-hit ball. So 7 hits already for us here as Mondesi is at the plate. And that is ripped foul, well hit, but will not stay in play. And that's strike 3 called. So Danny Jansen with 1 away. He will strike out looking, and Nicky Lopez now with 2 outs. Just a dribbler right in front of the pitcher. And he beats the throw, so good hustle there by Nicky Lopez. And Billy McKinney will have an opportunity with the bases loaded. And that will be dealt with, so another dangerous spot for the A's, but they get out of that inning without any damage, but are down 7-0. It's a good play by Mondesi to cut that ball off. So only 3 strikeouts for Carlos Martinez so far, but only allowed 4 hits and no runs through 5 innings. Top of the 6th here, Ravello relieving the injured Victor Caratini. He will pop out there. Anthony Rendon. That's a well-hit ball, but line drive right to the right fielder. And Duenas now nobody on with 2 away, and that will do it for the top of the 6th. Martinez takes the mound once again here in the 6th inning, and he will get another strikeout, so that's 4 Ks for him. Gigliotti should be able to get to this one. He does, so that's 2 away here in the 6th inning. 100 pitches now thrown by Carlos Martinez. So 6 scoreless innings for Carlos Martinez. I'm going to go ahead and warm up Dakota Chalmers so we can get a better look at him. Have a pretty safe lead here, so put in one of the young guys and see what he can do. So Gigliotti with the leadoff single. Now Devin Watt's pretty good at holding runners, and along with Castillo's above average arm, we're not going to steal here. Mondesi at the plate, and that is a high fly ball, should be out number 2. And now Danny Jansen. He will strike out. So put in Dakota Chalmers. So really good outing by Martinez. Let's see if Chalmers can follow it up. Gives up a leadoff walk. Can't quite get the double play, but good try there. As good hustle by Wellington Castillo, one of the slowest players in baseball, to avoid the double play there. And that will be foul, but Bradley Jr. will get it, and that will be out number 2. And this should be out number 3 as McKinney runs over and collects that ball. So top of the 8th here, Nicky Lopez rips it down the right field line, but well handled by Matt Olson. Billy McKinney now, full count. He will take ball 4. Rangel Ravello. That's a good hit, and that looks like it will be a home run. It is, so that is the first home run of the season for us. Gives us the 9-0 lead. And Anthony Rendon, well hit ball, so he will get on base once again. So good start for his Royals tenure here, as he's batting .600, so he's 3 for 5 today. And Dueñas will make contact on that one, but that will be out number 2, as Fowler had to make a diving catch for that. So Gigliotti 2 out, man on first. And that's hit well, but right at the second baseman. So no more damage done in that inning. As Chalmers will face Andrew McCutchen. Good play there. Still looking for a strikeout for Dakota Chalmers. And that is out of here. So the Oakland Athletics able to get on the board here in the bottom of the 8th inning, as Dakota Chalmers gives up a home run. He'll give up a 2-out single as well. Still doing okay in stamina. And there we go. He gets his first strikeout of the season there. So top of the 9th, have a pretty comfortable lead. See if we can add any insurance runs. And Mondesi, he's hitting the ball today, just cannot get it to drop, as he is the only person in the lineup that does not have a hit today. And Danny Jansen, that should do it for us. So we're gonna give Dakota Chalmers a chance to finish out the game, but just in case he cannot, we're going to warm up Walker Scheller, as he gives up a leadoff walk. And that ball will get past the catcher here, so Taylor Motter makes it to second. And that is a well hit ball, so runners at the corners here with no outs. And we're going to go ahead and pull him. So Walker Scheller coming into the game. And this will be out number 1, but that will not score a run. I thought the runner would try to tag in advance from third. And that is a well hit ball. That's going to make it over Michael Gigliotti's head. So that will bring in 1. So runners at second and third with 1 out for Andrew McCutchen. And McCutchen will strike out. So 1 out away from an opening day win here. Matt Olson hits that ball pretty well. But it's off the wall. So that will score 2 runs. So the A's trying to make this interesting here in the final inning. But that will do it, as Michael Gigliotti able to track down that shallow fly ball. So there you have it. We're 1-0. We went on opening day. Carlos Martinez gave us 6 scoreless innings. Gave up 4 hits, 1 walk. So only allowed 5 base runners and 5 strikeouts as well. So he did hit a batter, so he did allow 6 base runners in 6 innings, so that's not too bad. Again, 5 strikeouts, and most importantly, no earned runs, and he gets the win. So that's going to do it for us here in this episode. So I'm going to play through the first month of the season, and I will join back with you guys in May.